Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Ari, for the opportunity. My question is quite specific. It's around possibly some languaging. I do in-home water consultations, and I don't know prior to the meeting being set up what people's intentions are, but I get allocated an appointment, I go see them. Sometimes I drive an hour or something like that. So my question is, sometimes when I walk in the door, some people, and I don't know if it's a smoke screen or if it's genuine, they say, I ask them, what prompted them, and they say, well, we're just starting to look around. We're not really quite sure. We saw this ad. So what languaging or what can I approach that sort of conversation to flush it? I mean, the obvious answer is if it's true, they're not a fit because they're not in that buying stage. But what can I actually say at that point to encourage a conversation when they say, yeah, look, we've only just started. I saw the ad and I thought it'd be interesting to have you over and check out our water.
I'd say, what triggered you? What concerns do you have around the idea of poor quality water in your house? What concerns do you have about that? Because something has triggered you to want to learn more about this. That's what I want to start with. That's okay with you.
Okay, well, that's a good start. They'd probably say, well, I just saw your ad and it got me thinking my water does smell a bit funny. And I thought, I'll just check it out.
When you say smell funny, what do you mean by that? Have you noticed anything changing when you wash your hair? Does it feel kind of thick in a way? Is it coloring a little bit more yellow? Are you noticing things because of that?
Yeah, no, just the smell.
Well, that doesn't sound good. When water smells like something, this is probably more serious than you probably think. I mean, I would not drink water to smell anything. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't even take a shower with it. See, Sam, let's add a role play for a second.
Yeah.
See, Sam, I'm doing a deep dive into the trigger that caused them to look for a solution. Just because they just got information, they're just curious, that's not part of your process. Ignore that. Help them articulate what their concern is. If you don't do that, then the spotlight's always on you to defend yourself, and they're in control of the process, and they don't feel comfortable trusting you enough to sharing with you really what's on their mind. Yeah. They might have an elderly person in the house for all you know. Maybe they're sensitive to things because of their health. Now, they would not reveal this to you. They don't know you yet.
Yeah.
But you have to spend time understanding that patiently first and help them understand where they're coming from, especially with your product, which relates to health and worriness around that.
Yeah. No, that's spot on, Ari. And I think I put myself under a bit of pressure because, the company's expectation is we do this pitch irrespective because they've spent a lot of money for the lead. And part of me, if they don't want to go down the iceberg, then I'm actually happy to disengage, but I sort of can't. And that becomes a dilemma for me,
Well, you're being squeezed with the old school expectation of you pitching versus you diagnosing. Yeah. Now you can do both. You can diagnose the problem, get them, bring it to a certain level they want to talk about it, and then walk them through a process for how to solve it. You can marry this together. I think what might help how much lead time do you have by the time you got the appointment to the time you show up? How much time, days or weeks do you have?
24 hours. That's all I get. Like I get a day.
One day. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's all I get.
I guess that's pretty tight.
Yeah, pretty tight. So sometimes I send them a text message in advance. I say I'm coming. I want to make sure both people are there. That's the other thing. I go there. I tell them in advance both people are there. I rock up at the door. Oh, my partner had to go to work. I feel like going. But
I understand. I if there's a little more time, I would love to have you create your own packet of information around water problems and have that courier to them the same day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
With a bio sheet with you on there, Dr. Sam, whatever, and have that in their packet in their hand before you arrive.
Perfect, Ari. One last, how could I, if two people aren't there, which obviously for me, it's not going to happen, what wording can I just politely disengage and say, look, we really need to reschedule, another time when both of you are going to be here without sounding too, listen, if you're both not here, you're not going to buy.
Would you be open? Would you be open to us rescheduling when your husband or wife is here, and I can come back to you with more information, and we can spend more time together than I have today? I have a very short time today. I've got to run real soon, and I hate to cut things short.
Always gets down to the basics.
Look, if you're feeling pressure, then that's your issue, not them.
Yeah,
you've got to let go of the sale, let go of the end goal, and sure, your company's putting pressure on you, but put that to the side, because once you're with them, if they sense that from you, your tension that you have inside you, they can pick it up a mile away, and it's over, right? They get it. They'll get caught up in the drama of your drama, and it just goes down the hill real quick. So just be cool as a cucumber when you arrive. Happy-go-lucky, no big deal. You're not here for the sale, which you're not. You're here to make there's a match between their problem and your solution. So don't assume anything when you arrive. Okay, Sam?
That's perfect, Ari. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Good to see you again.